Hi, how you doing? Hope you are well and safe and having a great day. I'm having a great day so far. It's early in the morning. I've had my first cup of tea. The sun's shining, the bees are buzzing and the birds are singing. It's glorious. Yesterday I was painting in Artrage Vitae on the iPad, and the reason I used that was the last review I did, I didn't have a lot of good things to say about it, so I thought I want to give it a fair crack of the whip doing a painting, and I was quite interested in the pastels rather than the oils because of the new features that allow you to change the roughness and the grain within the pastels. I thought that might be interesting to have a little play around with that. So I painted this pastel painting of a scene in a place called Shardlow near where I live, and did I get on with it? Did I like it? Is it was I being unfair before? Let's just watch the video and see exactly what I think. I've just opened up Artrage Vitae. I'm setting my canvas size. I think I'm going to go for 4,500 and 3,000. Is that going to work? No. Try again. I'm not convinced about this typing in with the pen. I'm going to give it a name as well. I'm going to call this Shardlow Canal because that's what I'm going to paint. I'm doing a pastel, so let's look at the Comel. Must be my scruffy writing. Let's just cut that out and do it again. Shardlow Canal. There we go, lovely. Paper texture. Let's see what we got. I do want paper. Let's see. Let's have a coarse paper. Oh yeah, that would be nice for the pastels. Paper colour. Should I go in with the colour? Save me having to do a colour on it. Let's do that. Let's pick a dusty pink. But I'm fond of a dusty pink. Right, width. I've got these the wrong way around. Yeah, that's done. In we go. Creating painting. Oh, still not. What? Okay, I've just gone into preferences and enabled manual canvas rotation, so I can just sort of flip that around like that. And I want to do a pastel, and you know, I did this review of this new Artrage app a while back, and I wasn't very. I don't think I was very favourable towards it. So I thought I would actually try out the app and see how it performs. The first thing is I wanted to canvas 4,500 pixels tall, and if I go to preferences, the canvas settings I should say, you see it's gone to 4,096. I suspect that might be the maximum size. I don't know. So already I'm not liking this. It's got to be much bigger, hasn't it? Oh, try 400. Oh, it's gone to 100. Try again. 400.
Okay, 400, that's better. Right, now I can make some marks. And I want to really mess around with this noise amount. Noise, not so much, let's take the scale around, because I've been doing some pastels with conventional pastels, and they definitely get a lot of texture on the paper that I've not been getting in my digital pastels quite so much. So I thought I would just try that. I'm liking what I'm getting so far. Sort of putting in lines, and if you see the photo, a bit unusual for me, but I'm kind of keeping within that colour palette. Bit of lag at 400, I have to say. Get a bit of orange in there as well. This photo I took beginning of this year, just before the last lockdown. In fact, it was the day before the last lockdown. I've already painted a few pictures from this. I like that smudge from this day out before. I'm liking the effect. Yes, I was saying I was kind of not overly what's the word I'm looking for? I didn't rave about the app, and I felt there was lots of issues, like it looks exactly the same, yet they're charging for it as a brand new app, but it looks exactly like the old one. I've heard people say, yeah, but they've recoded it line by line and they've got to recoup the money. Yeah, that's great. I totally support that. But if they recoded it line by line, why go to all that trouble recoding it and making it look exactly like it did before? They missed an opportunity to totally revamp it and come up with something brand new. That's just my opinion. A little bit disappointed, and yeah, disappointed really, because I am a huge fan, or have been a huge fan of Artrage. I love the desktop app. Now, you see, if I want to slide down to that, as soon as I slide it down, it goes to 100. So I have to tap in here and type a new measurement. And it's not even accepted it, look. Got it that time. So that's kind of frustrating. And you gotta, if you're going to work at these bigger sizes, you got to be resized. It's too small now. You got to be resizing it all the time. And I just want a slider here where I can just go up with my thumb. It didn't even respond. Very disappointing. Let's get some more darks in this, I think. What other pastels have we got? Hard chalk, soft chalk. Let's go with the soft one. I just want trying to mix it up a bit. Of course, I'm gonna have to. Oh no, he's remembered the size. Oh, that's cool. I'm liking this, Mark. I like this one. That's really very. That feels better. That feels much more responsive. I've set it so if I hold the pen down, takes the colour off the canvas as well, which I thought was quite nice. Life a bit easier. Okay, let's get some of these in. I'm gonna have to change the size to 100. Yeah, cool. This is just really not good. If you want to set this so that you can select colours by pressing with the pen, just go to Preferences and tap and hold to sample colour. That's what I've done there. I can get that colour up again. And then sort of chisel away into it so it's not quite so big. Delicate little flowers, perhaps a bit more. There we go. It's beginning to shape up. And with this brush, you don't sort of get away if you put a tiny bit of pressure. You still get the same kind of size of brush as you do if you put loads of pressure on. So it feels like there's no pressure sensitive, but that's probably because I'm using pastels, maybe, rather than right. Let's get the sky in. Gonna be big enough. I think I'm gonna have to go to 300. This is the biggest problem with it. I quite like the app, and I'm loving the feel of this brush. It's just resizing of the brush on the bigger canvas just doesn't work at all. But I think at the end of the day, we're going to get a very realistic looking painting. And when I say realistic, I don't mean like true to life. I mean it'll look like a pastel painting, not a digital painting. Well, I kind of hope it does anyway. It's amazing once you get the water in and stuff, it just sort of starts to come to life. Now I might be all right because I'm going to need to sort of go down to a smaller size. So I'm just going to go to 100. I guess I could have just gone to the slider and done that really there. Oops. I still don't think I'm quite ready for 100% brush. Can I smudge this? Smudge. Now we're going to have to use a palette knife, I guess, to smudge. Which one do I need? Have a look. Instant blur. I think this one looks the best. Old Wet Blender, which is weird because it's wet and it's too small. No, the wet one's not right. Just look wet. Let's change it. Let's try the. No, it won't be the odd out smudge, and it won't be the harsh chaos because I use that a lot with watercolor. Let's try this heavy blurred. Lots of lag on that. 300%. Doesn't feel like I'm dragging the colour, like the cream colour, into the green. Let's change it. Maybe I don't want to blur. Let's try this hard out smear. See what that does. Doesn't seem to do anything. I think that's definitely one to use with oil paint. That's not playing. So it appears this hard out smear, as soon as I make a mark, we get nothing. I thought maybe it was causing a bit of lag, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything. Yeah, look, now I'm tapping that. So I think that was lag. Let's try the frost. Let's try the frost one. Well, that kind of works. Too big though. It feels like maybe this should have been in beta a little bit longer. Let's up the the colour drag's at 100%. Let's take the pressure down. Let's put the fall off up. Hip size. Hip spread. Let's see what that does. I'm just trying to get something that. Yeah, that's not too bad. Kind of. We're getting there. So I've got a palette knife now that kind of works. back up to 200. And I wanted it to soften this off, actually. It's just might be a bit too, maybe that should just be 100%. Yeah, let's try that. So I can just toggle between the palette knife and the pastel. I'd like to have seen a pastel tool in the pastel kit that was actually a blender, rather than having to kind of improvise. With the palette knives. Sort of getting there. So I've just looked at this, thought, you know what, that doesn't belong there. This is more of this sort of bush. We've got this little one here. That's where that belongs. Now we've got some sky cutting around that a little bit. That maybe in between those. Take the size down to 100. You see, I don't want to be typing neat either, for the AI to pick up and read what I've written. I just want it to be really, really fast. Now I can use it. Too much. I wonder if they're thinking like that this is what Artrage have been known for, this colour picker, and they want to feel like they need to stick with it or something. It would work if the picker actually went up to 800 or whatever the maximum size of the brush is. That'd be fine. Smear them in a bit. We're sort of getting there. Oops, nearly put some oil paint in it. I've lost my little foreground flowers as well. Smear that a bit. Put them back. Here we go again. If you take your time with the resizing of the brush and just sort of sit and wait patiently for the 300 to appear. I think that's what I was probably doing wrong before. I was a bit too eager. Whack the noise amount up on this. It's quite nice, I like that. I've actually got my path going a little bit too low. If I pick the green up, Is that not working now? I've still got it switched on, I believe. Tap and hold to sample colour, yeah. Tapping and holding. Okay, let's do it the old fashioned way. Just wanted to come up here a bit. Let's get some really big brush strokes in and sort of make a big statement. That kind of makes it look more pastel like. Is that going to work now? Seems that that's give up on me, the colour picking. Which is a real shame, because I need that colour. Ah, it worked. It worked that time. Cool. Good. Good, good, good. What to do now is kind of put some shadow in for these trees. I won't go back to 100. Do the slidey thing, that'll do it. Oh. Okay. %. If I'm really truthful with you, and I want to be, because you know I don't want to sort of lead anybody to spend money on something that they're not happy with. This feels like I'm really struggling. With the interface. I'm disappointed that we haven't got a blending tool that I haven't had to kind of play around with to get something half decent. But the biggest thing is the resizing. I'm really disappointed because I am, I really like Artrage. I've used it a long time. This was the first painting app I ever owned, and I was kind of really hoping that we was going to get something brand new, and something to get excited about. But fortunately, that doesn't seem to be the case. Definitely not for me, anyway. Big size in there. Oh, forgot to change the size. 100 might be too big. I think I clicked before it appeared as 100 then, which is not cool. Look, there's no tapering. No tapering at all. Which I can get around it because I can, do that. Don't want to do that though. Go. View this bit of colour in here. Let's get some of this yellow going off. Like the odd leaflets sort of. When you buy an app today, and there's a PC version, you kind of, the expectation is the app does the same as the desktop version. It's got the same functionality in it, and I'm thinking of Affinity Photo, obviously Affinity Designer as well. Realistic Paint Studio. I think if I remember rightly, when I used the desktop version, it was pretty much the same as the app, but this app is missing a lot of stuff as well. that are in the desktop. For example, I said last time, you can't create your own brushes, which is kind of that's not a big deal in an app these days. It's been in Procreate for a long while. Artset Pro, I believe, one or two others. But also, what about the stencils? We had the stencils. The stencils in the desktop app, and there we go. I know it's not a desktop app, Critter, for example, but for a free application, the pastel drawing in Critter is in a different league to this. Just doesn't feel. Let's take the noise amount down again. Pressure up. Just want to put in a few little. Little branches. There we go. I'm just going to sign this off, I think. So that's not the experience I thought I was going to get. I was really excited about. I'm going to soften some of these edges off. Really excited about trying the pastels. When I saw the noise, the added noise sliders, that were available, I thought I was going to get some. I was going to really enjoy working in this, but it's just the resizing on it. But if you worked on a smaller canvas, it would be fine. If you're prepared to work on the size that it was at before, yeah, that would be okay. But no, I don't want to work on that size. My expectations are to paint on something a little bit bigger. So I could keep fiddling with this, I suppose. Oops. Can I blend that down? See, it's not dragging the colour down. That's not blending to me. So have I got to really exaggerate that and then smudge it a little bit. That's it, finished. Pastels in Artrage Vitae. What can I say? It was a struggle. It was really painful to use that slider, the size of the brush. Pastels were all right. A new blending tool would be very, very much appreciated. But, you know, I suppose this is the first release of the app, and hopefully they will listen to what people suggesting to them and make alterations accordingly. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, a big thumbs up as always is much appreciated, and if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, because I've got lots of videos like this, and actually they're a bit more positive than this usually, and I'd love to be sharing them all with you. So don't forget, everybody, stay safe, stay sane, keep painting, and hopefully I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.